on. Let's troll. No!
My trolls will stop you! Go away, dirty
Don't stop! Oh! No! What? Huh? Gotta get into the bridge. Computer, bring up the latest around the verse. Scroll right through to the end, to the last 5 to 7 minutes.
What have we got?
All right.
Well, we're announcing right now we have a surprise ship sale tomorrow. We are bringing out the Giron Scout.
Oh my god.
And here is your first look at it ever.
Oh my god. Another sale? Another sale. The MIS just went off sale. What am I going to tell people?
I actually
Oh my
got
lord.
I did. Like you got the Retaliator, I got a John Scout, and I actually got a Boundary Midshipman too.
It's pretty cool.
Alright.
Really good. Nope, that's all for our show this week. Next week we have writer Dave Haddock. He's going to talk to us about the lore behind stuff.
In fact, bridge off. I've got to go upstairs to the kitchen. Oh damn it! Another ship sale? What am I supposed to do? No, I get paid tomorrow. I think I have enough money. I should. Maybe I have enough to eat. I don't know. Let me see. Box of macaroni and cheese, popcorn, a package of Thin Mints. When did I buy those? And crackers. That should last me. Alright, so that should last me a month, right? Okay, so, what do I do? Oh, damn it, I can't! Not another ship. I have too many already. Alright. You must focus. You've got to have willpower. What can I do? I've got it. Alright. Let's see what I'm doing here. Take the credit card. I saw this before. Put it in water. And then put it in the freezer. That should be enough, right? I have no food. I can't do this. I've got it. I cooked the cat. What do we cook the cat on? $3.50 for how long? And then I could buy my ships. Here, kitty. My credit card. Scout, here I come. Where are you going? Get back here! Hello everyone, welcome to a special episode of Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous. So, up on the view screen over here, last Friday, we had a little bit of a treat. We had a look at what the people over in Manchester are doing with the Retaliator. Now, the Retaliator is one of those ships that cost a lot of money, but people have a outright love for. It's a little bit bigger than the Constellation at this point. You hand over a ship to Manchester and all of a sudden they put fertilizer and the thing grows. Just look at the Idris. It grows from corvette size into a frigate, and here we have the Retaliator growing slightly. It's probably as long, if not a little bit longer than the Constellation right now. Maybe a lot longer. I gotta look at the specs. But this is a beautiful ship, and these pictures that are going by are just gorgeous. And the people over there are, they are doing awesome under Aaron Roberts. And I gotta tell you, one of the games that he made, Privateer 2, The Darkening, I know that it didn't get a lot of accolades and a lot of respects, but that was one of my favorite games in the Privateer series that I played. And I'm hoping that Aaron brings that mission structure to that game that he brought so well into the other games that he worked on with his brother. So that's one of the things that happened in the past week. So I'm here today because of Around the Verse, and something that Ben and Sandy said at the end of it. And by the way, I'll be interviewing Sandy again in July. So hopefully within the next month, this will be a few days to a week after that interview. Anyway, so we're going to move our way up to there little by little. For the time being, I'm going to walk forward, and I'm going to just step down here. And I'm going to grab my iPad, because this is important, okay? And I really have a lot of energy right now because I'm excited. Because, the MIS just went off sale. And the MIS being the freelancer. Of course, the Max and the DUR, the DUR, the long-range endurance, exploration freelancer and the big hauler are still going to be for sale. But, of course, that military ship is pretty much gone back into the vault like a Disney movie until CIG decides to bring it back out again. If all of you remember that week-long sale, it went and we sold things. We were able to purchase things like the M50 and the Aurora LN and the Caterpillar and the Retaliator and the Gladiator and all those ships for LTI for the last time ever. And at the end of all that, they put up a bunch of new ships, right? So one of those new ships was a Cheyenne Scout, or Zion Scout, Cheyenne, whichever. It's spelled Xian, and it's the Khartu. And this is kind of one of those vessels that they were looking for something completely different. Because it's Cheyenne and it's not human, they wanted to use a totally different control system, and what they rely on is more or less maneuvering thrusters, or these thrusters that are out on I guess appendages that are extended away from the ship. And we got an idea in verbiage, in a written way, on what the ship was going to be like. And in this particular show, they featured David Hobbins, who I had an amazing time to talk to him and Chris Smith when I went to CIG. And David is one of those guys that is incredible at the designs he makes. Just look at the Mustang. It's gorgeous, right? I think it is. And at the end of the show, before they went into how they fixed a couple of bugs that were going on, they showed off this. And that's the Khartu. All right, so it might not be your favorite ship, but every time I see one of these new designs, I just fall in love, because there's such a diverse selection of ships that are beginning to roll off of the folks over there at the Santa Monica office and the Austin office. And then even over in Manchester, like I said, with the Retaliator. I can't wait to see what they did with the Gladiator, because they have that one too, and I'm sure they're making that upgraded also. Just hope they don't make that one bigger. But this ship is amazing. It's gorgeous. I'm very, very excited about it. So if you watch the skit at the beginning of it, of course, that alludes to the fact that this is going on sale on Friday, which should be when this show airs, if I have the endurance to stay up all night and edit it. The ship has some specs on the website, and I'm kind of scared to read these because I don't know how true they're going to be, being that specs are assumptive at this point. They're trying to tell you what it's supposed to be, but in the grand scheme of things, you've got to get into the game to know how these ships are going to react against others before they actually settle on these things. So essentially, just to give you an idea, because this is a light fighter, it's the I don't know how to pronounce some of these words when they have two consonants next to each other. So it's Qhire, Khartu, Al. This is one that has been redesigned for human use. And they say the control... so we'll read it. The Zion Aopa Corporation manufactures an export model of the Khartu, the Khartu Al, for sale to human civilians as a dedicated scout explorer. The export model features the same GN maneuvering rig, but control surfaces. I guess they meant control systems, not surfaces. Surfaces are like elevators and ailerons and flaps and rudders. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about the control sticks, the way that we grasp controls with 2 hands and 2 feet. For human use and more limited armament, of course, we'll be able to go and get different armament somehow. I mean, those Banu freighters sell Xi'an stuff, right? And they sell, not only that, Vandal stuff. So I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to be one of those ships that it just makes Star Citizen what it is. So I'm contrasting it here against the Gladiator. The Gladiator is 14.4 meters, and this is going to be 10 meters. So it's going to be 30 feet long. The beam of the Gladiator is 14 meters, and this is going to be 8 meters. So it's smaller than the Gladiator. The height is 6 meters. This is going to be 24 meters. So you're seeing that this is going to be a stubby but wide ship. And then weight class, the Gladiator is only 11,000 kilograms, and this is going to be 15.3 thousand kilograms. So you're looking at something that's just a little bit heavier than the Gladiator, but a lot lighter than some of the other fighters like the 325A and the Hornet F7C and F7CM, which a lot of us purchased, right? So that's about all that I can get into, except this is going to have a max crew of 2, just like the Gladiator. That's why I picked it. It's a max power plant size of 4. Again, like the Gladiator, why I picked the Gladiator to go against it. The Gladiator has 2 TR4 primary thrusters. This is going to have 4 TR3s. I'm not sure they're going to be in the same thrust class because these are going to be on articulating arms on the outside to help give it maneuverability. This ship is going to be highly maneuverable. Like, oh my god, I can't lock it up or get on its tail type maneuverable. You're looking at a factory engine of not knowing what it is to be decided. You have 8 TR2s on both the Gladiator and this ship, but because of the articulating TR3s on the appendages, this is going to be a pretty maneuverable ship, much more so than that Gladiator is. And of course, everything else is going to be decided. Something that I wonder if it's going to stay that way, both of these are going to have level 4 shields. Again, to be decided. And weapons, there's nothing out there for it right now. The actual look of the ship is pretty cool. I like it. It's one that I'm painstakingly... I'm battling myself over I want to spend the 125 to 150 on the ship right now. I don't have anything left to melt. Everything I have left is LTI. And unless they give an upgrade from an LN or an LX, I probably won't be buying this ship. If an upgrade from an Aurora LN or LX does show up, yeah, I'll probably use that to buy this, but I'm sure the LTI won't transfer over, so I have no idea what I'm going to do. So with that said, that was over. The other big story this week is the Arena Commander. It's continuing to grow in numbers for the multiplayer. Of course, yours truly, Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo, still is not in the multiplayer. My number is somewhere between 174,000 and 231,000. I see 2 different numbers. One's associated with when I created a username on the website, and the other one's associated with when I actually pledged. I don't think that your number of when you join the site matters. I think your number of when you pledged matters because it's your backer number, right? I'm not sure. Nonetheless, we've had a couple of patches since it came out, and 12.3 just came out, and it definitely fixes a lot of bugs. The one bug that I'm glad that got fixed is that one where I'd come out of being damaged, and then my on the Hornet, the mantises just would not at all ever have any sound again, and no matter how many times died. Another bug which I don't think was fixed was where you would change out weapons on the ships and then come back into the game, and the weapons, if they were something that was loaded with ammunition like a missile or a projectile weapon like the Mantis, all of a sudden would not have any kind of ammunition able to be loaded on it, whatever. You'd have to delete the user folder. See this video? That video up there, which is how to fly with the X55 joystick, and you'll see a quick and easy way on fixing that error. All right, so we are going to talk a little bit more about what is actually going on in multiplayer. All right, so multiplayer started with 250, quickly got up into the 2,500, 4,800, 10,000, and 20,000 persons, right? So you now have 20,000 accounts that are able to be going at it and hopefully burning through the bugs so we could all play rather soon. Can't wait to kick some of your all asses out there. It would be great. But of course there are things that are getting fixed and other things that are being broken at the same time. The key thing to look at here is how much progress has been made in the 2 to 3 weeks by the time you watch this that Arena Commander has been out. It's actually going really fast. I've gotten rid of most of the errors that I've had just by deleting my user folder a couple of times. One of the errors that I was getting a lot where supposedly when you went to eject and you were stuck there and couldn't get out of your ship, you would be stuck there forever. That was supposedly fixed, but that happened to me last night. So I'm not sure which one of those errors they meant were fixed. Read the patch notes. Here's the patch notes. Okay, read them. It's important. Okay, and you'll get to see what things are being taken care of. Also, remember that we're alpha testers here, and in order to make the game get better and to move forward, if you do find bugs, don't just talk about it amongst yourself. Post it in the forums, okay? Here's the forum. This is the correct forum to post your error messages in or your bug reports in. Get it done. Help them fix this game and make it amazing. All right, and just as a side note, because it's going to be a short episode, the one thing that I'm left out of that how to fly with the X55 joystick was it's going to be a series. It's not just going to be one episode. I'm working on another one for next week. I'm going to come out with one each week. If you guys have any suggestions, please send them in to theaddictedgamer@gmail.com. Second piece of this is, before you even get into Arena Commander, they spent a lot of money on this. This is the PDF. This is the user's guide. This is what I loved about Chris Roberts' games. That feeling of immersion and, everything meant something. There's a story behind everything. There's a story behind each one of those elites you get to kick their butts on for those of us still stuck killing AI. But read it. And also, it explains a lot of things, like when you first get into the game and people are saying, I don't understand, I can't click on anything. It explains, hit the tab key to enact the Arena Commander. One of the coolest things I like about the new one is once you put on the helmet, you hit the escape key and Arena Commander's right there. You click on it. You don't have to walk up to the ship. You just jump right into the game. Aces, people. I think that is amazing. And I really don't think you need the training ships in the hangar at this point. You could pull them out, but I understand why they're there, because there's some people that have bought a freelancer and you've given a Hornet to. I wish there was a way for you to distinguish that. Since you can't, I guess I'll put up with it. With that said, I've talked enough, right? Ship sale this weekend. And basically, I expect this ship sale to go this weekend and next weekend. I expect it to. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. They've learned very well that people's paydays are offset. Some people get paid this weekend. Some people get paid next weekend. And by having the sale go from a Friday to the following Monday of the next weekend, after the next weekend, makes a lot of sense to them. It maximizes things. So what does that mean to us? Well, if this is the 20th, right? Next Friday is the 27th. So 28, 29, 30 on Monday, 1 Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, 3 Thursday, 4 Friday. Does that mean on the 4th of July, which is a Friday, there's going to be another ship sale? Who knows? I expect them to be dropping a lot of ships on us this summer leading up to Gamescom and then CitizenCon over in the fall months. Why do I think this? Why not, right? We have ships that are starting to get art. We have the Mustang that's going to be rolling out. We have the Constellation that's going to be rolling out. We have the Retaliator that's going to be rolling out, all within the next 90 days. And we have second chance purchases for people that didn't get the M50 or the Gladiator, right? So I expect these sales. Doesn't mean they're going to happen, but wink, wink, Chris, Sandy, Ben, Eric, whoever can pull the trigger. Sandy, I think that dropping a ship every couple of weeks, yes, people are going to wring my neck because they don't have the money, but why not, right? It's about time. Just let the ships come back. We've all got Auroras. We all have Avengers. We all have 300s. We all have whatever else. Let us buy some of the ships that haven't been around since the 1 week long sale. All right, folks, don't have a lot more for you, but this. Hawking ETA. You are the winner of my calendar. All right? Now comment in this video and I will be giving away the Freelancer MIS model and model stand, which also has places for a Starfarer and a Hull C. Okay? So if you put a comment, positive, negative, constructive, whatever it be, in this one saying that you have to specifically say you want the model of the Freelancer, I will, in 2 news episodes, give that away to somebody. Thank you all very much. You'll have a wonderful night, and thank you for, suffering through that last 5 minutes of the show with me. You all be safe out there. Bye.